Welcome to Slap That View, discussing your views and opinions.
Hello everybody and welcome to Slap That View, the show where we try to slap the wrong right out of your view. Today I'd like to talk about politics and the elections. Real quick here, Donald Trump is leading. Donald Trump may make it, he may not make it. Hillary Clinton is leading. She may make it if the FBI doesn't catch her first. But let's go back to Donald Trump. Have you ever wondered why? I mean, you think about it. The guy, he's a bully. He's a loudmouth. He don't care what he says. And yet he's leading in all the polls. He's number one. I will tell you why. For the last 7 years, under this current administration, and all the changes that we have made from being politically correct, people are afraid to say what they feel. They're afraid to say anything because they might offend a group. And if they offend a group, they're afraid they're going to get sued or, somebody will retaliate. Most of the people are afraid to say anything. So what happens? Here comes along a guy, Donald Trump. He ain't afraid to say shit. He'll tell you exactly like it is. You come down on him, he'll come down on you just as hard, if not more. He has nothing to lose. He supports his campaign. He has enough money. He don't have any super PACs, so he don't have to promise anything. So he can be his own man. And I'm not saying it's good enough to make it. It's good enough to put on a show. It's good enough to get all the people interested. And it's been good enough to get more voters out there. But the main reason everybody likes Donald Trump, because if you really listen to him, he hasn't said anything about his plans. I'm going to build a wall. They're going to pay for it. But he doesn't give any specifics because he don't care. But I will make a little prediction here. Donald Trump won't make it. He might get all the way to the convention, but they're going to figure out a way to get rid of him. It's like America is like a football team, to give you to put it in perspective. And we got the talent, but we just can't get to the Super Bowl. So what do? You hire a coach that puts fire in your belly, that pushes you harder, that doesn't care except for end results, tries to make you better. And it's only an intern coach. In other words, Donald Trump will be good for one 4-year term. I don't think he'd be good for 8 years. But for 4 years, he would get us going again. He would put the fire back into us and make America greater. I think he would. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, in the Democratic side, you got Hillary Clinton and you got Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, to me, doesn't have a chance. He's got a lot of followers, but not enough. Hillary Clinton is old school. She has lied and cheated and taken advantage of the system from day one to get where she is. And don't think for 1 minute she ain't going to stop when she becomes president if she gets elected. She'll do the same thing, continue to do what she's been doing. It's been successful. Why not? But that's just the way she is. But people say to me, but our votes count. You got to vote to change. And you know what, guys? That's bullshit, and I'll tell you why. You take 300 people, okay? 200 people voted for Bernie Sanders. 100 people voted for Clinton. Well, guess what? Clinton's got the super PACs. The super PACs are the lobbyists who control the votes. They decide who won the caucus. They decide who won the state. They decide who gets the electoral votes. So even though Bernie Sanders had more votes than Hillary, it doesn't matter. If the super PAC thinks that Hillary will be better for them, guess who they're going to elect? They're going to elect Hillary. They control the whole thing. So yes, your one vote does not count. Don't let anybody else bullshit you, because it is bullshit. Your vote doesn't count. Here's the solution. Get rid of the lobbyists. Get rid of this money flow crap. Then guess what you end up having? You have contenders or candidates who are really believe in what they're saying. They have nothing to gain by lying. They don't have to make promises to nobody. They're just going on the campaign because they want to be president. Then you'll have a true politician. These politicians today, they're so phony. I'll give you an idea. I'm a politician. Somebody asked me a question. So, What are you going to do about the water thing in Flint? Well, before I answer that, let me tell you something. That water thing with Flint, with those kids, is just terrible. It is terrible. But you know, that reminds me of a story. My grandfather one time was on a tractor and he fell and he hurt himself. And I just happened to be there. I was a young pup, about 8 years old, and I helped him and dragged him all the way to the house. And he thanked me for that. And that made us so close. We became so close, and to this day, we still respect each other. Okay, that's a politician. I didn't answer the frickin' question. I worked around it. I touched base on it, but I never answered the question. That's how they make a living. They adjust their answers to the super PACs. I'm going to predict what's going to happen. I'll give you two scenarios on each side. You got Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton beats Bernie Sanders at the convention. And she will be the candidate for the Democratic presidential job. Second scenario, Hillary beats Bernie Sanders. But in the interim, the FBI puts a cease and desist notice on her not to continue to run for president because they're finding too much stuff with her emails. This, in turn, allows Bernie Sanders, or not really, allows the Democratic Convention to pick somebody to get in there. Who is that somebody going to be? It might be Joe Biden. That's just my prediction. Let's see how close I come. On the Republican side, Donald Trump will win where he'll have more electoral votes than the other candidates, but he won't have enough. He won't have a majority of 1,237, whatever he needs. So what they'll do, they'll have a convention, and they're going to pick somebody else besides Donald Trump. The Republican Party would rather lose the presidency to a Democrat than to have Donald Trump win. That's my prediction. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the show. We'll have another one next week. And as I always say, enjoy yourself. Have fun. Don't be afraid of what's on your mind. Just say it, and you'll feel a lot better. And thank you for watching Slap That View. See you next week.
Not everyone agrees. Welcome to Slap That View, discussing your views and opinions.